while Arcelormittal reported another annual loss. The company's chief executive, Paul O'Flaherty, joins us now for a closer look at the numbers. Good to have you with us today to update us on the numbers. It's obviously a key concern with regard to the losses that have been reported by Arcelormittal. Is it as difficult as the numbers reveal?
Yeah, I think this year we invested 1.8 billion rand in relining our blast furnace. So that's fundamental to us. It was out for approximately 6 months. So we lost opportunity in terms of our profitability. So we estimate over and above the 1.8, there's an additional 1.2 billion rand of EBITDA we should have made. And that would have put us back into profitability. But having said that, the market's tough at the moment, particularly in the steel industry. Yeah.
Let's come back to the operational efficiencies. What are you doing to combat that? Cutting costs is one of the easier steps.
Yeah, so we've, I mean, for years before I joined Arcelor, they've always been on a cost-cutting drive. We downsized our corporate office at the end of last year, about 150 jobs that we had to let go at the corporate side. In terms of efficiencies, I think a lot is outside of our control. So we are subject to coal prices from imports because we have to import most of our coal. There's no South African equivalent. Kumba, our iron ore, 6 million tons of iron ore that we use is Kumba, but they have a cost plus 20% arrangement with us. So if their costs go up, we're not benefiting from the iron ore price decreasing at this stage. And then obviously we have the challenges with Eskom as well, but we're doing everything we can. It's about us being efficient, control what you can control in a tough market.
Have you got any backup power supply? Everybody has been significantly impacted by the power crisis.
No, and that's one of our problems. So you know, the reality is that load shedding is here to stay for some time. Our only appeal is if we could do it in a planned manner. So if on a Monday morning, it doesn't help us for Eskom to say we'll be okay for the week and then on Tuesday morning say we have a problem. We'd prefer a scenario that if we could be given a day of the week, times of the day, that this is when we have to shed some load because we're a big user. We could plan our maintenance around that. We would know, you know, we could really plan effectively and efficiently so as not to affect us too much. So it's the unscheduled planning that worries us.
We had the State of the Nation address just last night. Are you disappointed that there was no clarity provided with regard to this power crisis?
Look, I come from Eskom, so I know the challenges.
And Telkom. Yes.
Yes, so I know the challenges. They're not. There's no short-term solution. You know, gas is not just going to appear in the country because gas would be, for me, a game changer. The fleet needs to be maintained. You know, this is 4 or 5 years. We have to sit around and we have to accept that this is the reality. But if it can be done in a planned manner, we can all accommodate.
Paul, you have the benefit of having worked for these state-owned institutions. You mentioned Eskom and Telkom as well, and now you're in the private sector. Is there enough transparency between these two sectors? Is the conversation taking place, especially with labour and in the fraternity that you're working in? Yeah,
I mean, I think one of the things, you know, coming from Eskom, I mean, I think there's no doubt there's a sense of mistrust between government side and private sector side. So we have at Arcelormittal a lot of legacy issues, a lot of issues with Department of Trade and Industry around pricing. Are you charging too much to the local market? What are you doing for beneficiation? So what we've done is we've in a formal manner have set up working groups to actually address these issues once and for all, in a transparent, and we found a lot of goodwill there to actually deal with these issues once and for all. We're a South African company. We're here to stay. We can be part of the future. And on our side, we need to perhaps look at how we can reduce prices if that's possible, how we can add jobs. I mean, job creation is a massive issue in our country. So we want to be part of the solution.
So what is the solution going forward? Because you need to instill shareholder confidence. Your share price has taken a knock. What's the plan going forward?
Well, the first is let's get rid of the legacy issues. So let's agree on a way that pricing is affordable in South Africa and sustainable. Let's also agree that to have Chinese imports that are even below their operating costs is not a sustainable model. You know, let's agree that we need a sustainable primary steel industry in South Africa. We create directly 14,000 jobs, indirectly 90,000 jobs. We're a massive part of the country, so these are the issues we need to agree.
Just to close off with very quickly, leadership. You are looking for a CFO.
Correct.
Is it difficult to attract talent, especially in such a difficult environment?
Tough industry. So yes, we've got a good way forward. We believe we can get a very good person.
We wish you all the best and thank you so much for coming through today.